Afternoon. I am Jake with Yellow Creek Outdoors, and I was talking to a buddy of mine earlier. We were talking about optics that we have or that we'd like to get, and I figured I haven't done a video in a while, so I go ahead and do a couple of videos on some of the optics I have. Hunting season's right around the corner out here, so I'm hoping I can start getting videos out in the woods, but for now. But we're going to be talking about, in this video, we're going to be talking about the Trijicon 4x32 ACOG. Comes with a nice little case on it. Open it up. You got the egg crate foam. Keep everything nice and clean, nice and comfy. You got the optic right there. Open it up. It does come with a few other little goodies. You got a little community card. You got the operator's manual for the scope, for the scope, and then you've got another one for the red dot sight that you have, or the red dot sight that comes with it if you purchase that particular one. We've got this here, which basically shows the different type of optics that there are. But in this case, in this video, we're going to be talking about this one. The ACOG, which is the abbreviation. It does mean Advanced Combat Optical Gun Sight. That's like with our red dot sight or a reflex sight. It stands for Ruggedized Miniature Reflex, and we'll get into both of those here in just a few. Those are my manuals for my ARs. Put that back in there. Close this up. Then we'll get into the sight. So like I said, this is a 4x32 ACOG. So it's a 4-power scope. I used this in Afghanistan aside from the reflex sight, but the optic itself I had in Afghanistan, very rugged. I ended up dropping mine and it still hit good. No problems. The glass on it is super clear. Like, there's just no issues at all. Now, my reticle, you can get these in different styles of reticles. You can get the horseshoe reticle, which is just a little, looks like a little horseshoe. You got the chevron, which just looks like an arrow. Then there's mine, which is the crosshair style. And I'll try and post a picture of it here later when I go to edit. And then, I do believe there's a couple more, and you can get these in green or red. I got mine in green, and really got to say I'm happy with this optic. They are expensive though, I will say that, but it's just like that old saying, you get what you pay for. And originally I didn't want the reflex sight on it, but the one I wanted they were sold out of, so I went ahead and got that. And they set me back a little bit, but I don't regret getting it. So I did buy this at my local AFES, or my military installation. I ordered it online through their website and had it shipped to the base. So for those of you that are military, prior service, things like that, you can go on the AFES website or My Exchange and order it. You can buy one online. That's what I did with my ARs and this and another scope I have, which you can buy quite a bit. That's like, I've got this. I bought an ATN day and night scope, which I'll do a video on here in a little bit, a separate video. Anyway, back to this. Some of the features on this is not battery operated. It does have a fiber optic in there to eliminate the reticles in the daytime. And it also, for nighttime operations, it does have tritium in it. So this will last, it will eliminate for a long time. You don't need batteries for it. The only thing is during the day, if it's really bright out, it will light this reticle up to the point to where you can't distinguish your crosshairs, in which case, like, my 100 meter and 200 meter crosshairs are very close together. If it's bright enough, you can't distinguish the two. So The way to fix that is you can get you like if you're zeroing, get you a piece of tape, run it across the top here, and it'll fix that problem. Now, I don't recommend doing that, like say the boogaloo happens, something happens or whatever. I wouldn't cover that up. I'd just leave it alone. But this, on the reticle itself, like I said, I'm going to try and post a picture here later. It does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 600 meter crosshairs. And each crosshair distinguishes, or it's got a range estimations on it by the length of each crosshair. If you're looking at your target, you line the crosshairs up with their shoulders. So from one, on one side it's the edge of his shoulder, the other side's the other edge, and that'll give you an idea of how far they are. Personally, I haven't done that because I'll be lucky to get 600 yards out here anyway. So being that this is on my M4, I do a 25 meter zero, so that means I'm good to 300 meters, just on the 100 meter crosshair. So anyway, your sight adjustment caps, they've got actual cable on them, so you can take it off, you ain't gonna lose it. You don't need a screwdriver or anything, you can do it all by hand real quick. Very nice. And it's the same with both of them. And this is, like I said, it's rugged. It does have a Picatinny mount on it, so for your M4s or your later AR models, or any kind of rifle you have that has a Picatinny, or you can put a Picatinny on it, you can mount this on there. Now, I did take this off of my AR A4 model because I'm not going to demonstrate it, but these two screws right here, you can take these off and take this Picatinny take the Picatinny mount off, and you can mount this on top of the carrying handle or your iron sights if you have those. Say you have like the A1 or A2 versions that are permanently attached, you can remove that Picatinny, put that on there, and there's a screw hole that there's a screw you put in there, but it's actually kind of difficult to do. But yeah, so if it's something you're interested in and you have that kind of money to spend, highly recommend. Like I said, the glass on it, super clear, no problem. The reflex sight, well, like I said, it wasn't my first choice, but when I got it zeroed in, and it was nice. I'm happy with it. You can see, yeah, there it is. Just like a regular old red dot. It took me a minute to figure it out because I didn't read the instructions, but these sights, this particular sight, it has a battery on it, but it does not have an on and off switch. It stays on 24/7. Now, after reading the instructions and finding this out, this battery in low light conditions will last 2 to 3 years, or is it 3 to 4? One of the two. It'll last a minute. And the sight, the actual light on here, it is light sensitive. So in dark conditions, it'll get really dim, or if you're outside, or even like it is right now, it actually gets pretty bright. So neat little deal. It's like I said, it stays on 24/7. It'll last 2 to 4 years. We'll just say that. So very, very interesting little setup. Like I said, it is rugged. It's got a little bit of weight. I'd say, if anything, it probably weighs maybe a pound. Yeah, probably like a pound. But it's not that bad. It doesn't have eye relief on here, or it doesn't have an adjustment to clear up the crosshairs, which they stay clear. I haven't had any issues. But the eye relief on it, I think it's got what, like a 2.5 inch eye relief. I'd have to look at the book. I don't remember. Now, when I did get this, they do come with a I call it a honeycomb, which a good example is on my CCO. It's got a honeycomb on it, and all that is just to keep the front glass from glaring. Mine didn't come with one. I never bothered to get one. I don't worry about it. Oh, one more thing I forgot to add. When you connect this, take the Picatinny off and you mount your optic to your carrying handle, there is a hole right here that goes all the way through. And you can still use the sight. You can still use your peep sight with the ACOG on there. I tried it out and it actually worked pretty good. So there, you might have to make a minor adjustments to your rear sight, but other than that, it worked fine. So yeah, if there's any questions y'all have about this, please let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer them if I can. If I can't, I'll definitely try to get your answers anyway. Until next time, y'all take it easy.